Is that what it is? 3, 2, 1. That's the way you want to introduce it with party music. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, TikTok. We are going.
Hi.
Let's put it on the Just Us. Good morning, everybody.
It's just us.
It's just us.
Two people.
It's just two brothers. Taking up. We got to get that script down one of these days. And the Armada is coming, and they're bringing the
heat or something.
And then everyone's gonna attack everything, and the Texas Armada.
But
wait.
That's not all.
That's not all. Hello. as everyone flees, we are moving into. I think our 9th or 10th live broadcast here as we continue to get down to our premiere episode in September, Labor Day weekend.
Yes, very exciting, very exciting.
All right, so hello, as you're coming in, what's the question of the day?
Oh, so am I supposed to come up with it?
Oh, well, let's say,
Snap.
well, fine. Then
Okay, wait.
What new cartoon?
I know one. Oh, wait, I got one.
You got one?
Hold on.
All right.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you now. Now I'm being rude. Okay,
That's okay.
Here we go. I know, he's like, I'm used to it. Which character do you think you are most like in either SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers? And
there we
go.
go.
Make the poll.
But if you do a poll, you would have to include all the possibilities.
Oh shit.
But I think there are polls you can do where it's just a question.
That's what I'm getting.
Okay. See what you can do.
Okay.
Thinking at 10 a.m.
Hi, Kaden. Thank you for popping in.
Good morning.
Hi, Bench 400. What's up?
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Just popping in.
Yep.
We're getting going. Hi, Jeannie. On the
stuff.
You can see what's there on the slab today. What's on the slab today, Tom?
See what's on the slab. Wait. Actually, the line is, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. Remove the cause, but not the symptoms. If you know what that's from,
oh
chime
my
on
god,
in.
big points. But then, if you want to take it even further,
yes.
if you really want a deep cut into what we're working on, then it would be, what is it?
What, like Disco Guy number 3?
Disco, yeah. What is that? How's the song go, though?
Oh, well, there's a few. They do a few different songs.
Bite. Something. Oh man, I forget. Yeah. So if anyone knows that song.
Yeah, that's an episode we've only watched a few times. The early stuff we've watched on repeat multiple times, but the latter episodes, I think it's because I actually get it. You know, the thing that actually annoys me in that episode is the thing that is meant to be annoying, the am I drinking or not contest.
Oh my.
I watch that and I just want to be like, stop it.
Yep.
Stop playing it.
But it is so middle school.
Yeah.
I mean.
So yeah, as if you haven't seen so far, we're working today on one of our, admittedly still kind of one of the creepiest blends between the two worlds is Gary and Louise. I think it's just the idea of mutating Gary to look more like Coochie Kopi than as Louise.
I'm working on this.
You're working on it?
Leap Meep. What's up, Leap Meep?
Hey, Leap Meep.
Leap Meep says Garouise. Oh, I like that. Garouise.
Yep.
Is a concept I never thought I'd see in my life.
Yeah. Yep. And the great news is that we actually, you know, as off-putting as it might be to some people, the way we actually implement the fact that Gary is, you know, not speaking English works very well with the conversations between Louise and her parents.
How do I pin this? I learned how to pin a comment, and now I can't remember how to pin a comment.
Uh-oh.
Pin it!
No, I don't want to pin it.
Well, you're gonna pin it.
So Gary Louise is one. I have just the interesting thing about this is that you have to do a deep dive in how each character on SpongeBob does things, and I've discovered, much to my horror, that Gary is, if you really watch closely, they do so much with Gary when Gary talks. That is unlike, it's because most characters still will just be like, you know, Squidward, when he's talking, his mouth, blah. But when Gary talks, sometimes it's just his mouth on the slug body. Sometimes his lips will move to other places. Sometimes his whole head will like rise up, and then the lips will come out of the resulting lump. And it's like,
Yeah.
That's all complicated.
You've got work to do.
Especially if the character's rotating or moving, and same thing with crabs. You've got eyes.
Sometimes his shell lifts off and a disco ball appears underneath.
Yep. So we've got many and that's the other problem is that there are so many sight gags where all of a sudden Gary has appendages to hold a knife and fork, or suddenly has shoes when he's showing SpongeBob how to tie shoes.
Hey, Bridge.
Hello, Bridge.
What's up?
So yeah, we are working on Gary Louise. We we actually did get some more work done on here. Here's on how we were doing on Tina Squidward. So we actually do have a lot of the mouth shapes now. Let's move in on her mouth. So we do have a number of the mouth shapes, and then as she turns, more of that stuff as well. Squidward's main thing with because his schnoz
she looks so good.
Is blocking so much of the mouth, you have to really stretch it out to the sides.
Hi, neurodivergent nerd.
Hello, neurodivergent nerd.
Neurodivergent nerd. Neuro nerd.
And we're just beginning to work on the side here. This is actually SpongeBob's mouth as kind of a placeholder. Inside, let's see, do we have the sketches?
I don't know how to pin the comment. I'll just keep asking it all day. So this is the question of the day. Which character reminds you the most of you? Which character are you most like? You know what, Tommy? Which SpongeBob or Bob's Burger character are you most like?
Oh, it ends up being SpongeBob.
Yeah, you most like SpongeBob?
Well, as far as a SpongeBob character, yeah, because there's still that... I walk into dentist's office and they talk about, we really like your energy. And it's just like, yeah, I have that working cast member of Disneyland, hey, how you doing? You know?
But your energy's more like Bob, the way you walk around. I don't see you doing jumping jacks and...
Well, no.
You're like Bob with SpongeBob's personality. How about that?
There you go. But as a dad of multiple kids, as someone who kind of does the day labor stuff.
It's not the years, honey. It's the miles.
It's the miles.
Ooh, Neurodivergent says, I'm Patrick and probably Teddy. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Salsa Bill. Oh, I like that. Salsa Bill.
Salsa Bill.
Tina Tentacles. Oh, I like that.
Yep.
That's good.
Let's see.
JC, thanks for joining in. Bridge says they're sad, excuse me, because when the first episode comes out, they'll be in school. Dude, I get it. I know.
Yep.
Don't worry. It'll be here. It'll be
It'll be premiering on YouTube. So you got a mobile phone, you got your YouTube. You're in school, although I know some schools are more strict than others about whipping out mobile devices or iPads and stuff. But
yes. But maybe you could convince your teachers, like if it's, I don't know, maybe if you're in drawing class, it's an important thing you need to share with the class, or if it's math class and you're all feeling stressed and you need a little
a local student got in trouble today for trying to share.
Maybe you could convince the teacher to take a quick peek at it, because probably your teacher is of an age that they'll appreciate the video too.
That's the hope here.
That's kind of the point. I'm not shamelessly plugging that people watch our video in the middle of school, am I?
Maybe.
Maybe I am.
So here's at least how far we were getting with the profile. Once we have the placeholder stuff out of the way, it all starts with sketching. Otherwise, you're going to be spending forever tweaking stuff once you realize something's a little off. So on the profile, you can see Squidward, I swear, is just one of the oddest. When you're looking at mouth movements, the profile, and then it is shaped in such a weird way you don't think it would work, and actually it doesn't. I watched this. There was a sequence where he's on a bicycle, and for some reason Squidward's on a bicycle on his what is like his those.
Oh, a lowrider bike?
Well, no. It's the ones where you're leaning back. You're so low to the ground.
Oh,
where there's a wheel in front. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
That's Squidward's. Because he always has.
He's got long tentacles.
Well, he never does anything because of long tentacles. He does it because it looks, more hip or more.
He's so
into
snobby.
He's a snob
nerd.
So
he's a smurd.
So,
a snurd.
yeah, so he's got one of those low, healthier, probably because they're healthier on your back. Da, 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 da,
Right. A snod. A snurd. I like
snurd. He's a snurd.
Oh my god! Neurodivergent Nerd is a teacher, and I totally share it with my class. Oh, that's awesome! I love it. Yep. It will be kid appropriate.
Yeah. The good news is that even in there's just a moment where. Well, a couple moments where we do actually have to have, what are these called? A sentence enhancer.
Yeah, sentence enhancer.
We will be doing the dolphin sound over it. Because there's one moment we're not gonna get into it because it's a nice surprise, but we're gonna have a moment where we place it at just the right spot because
wait, do you think I'm most like Linda or?
Oh, what?
Testing your partner. It's so fun. I think I feel most
all I hear now is Linda going, so you think I have a muffin top, do ya? It's like, no, wait, I think you look...
I'm a young mom. I'm a young, fun mom.
Yeah.
Which I am a stepmom. So, the hatred's built in.
No, I mean, look, you've got a lot. You do have a lot of Linda in you.
There's a lot of Linda. Yeah.
Yep. There's the obsessive nature where it's just like like right now it's about caterpillars.
Oh my god! Ah!
See? You see how easy it is here to set people off in ways where you know how they will react. So you step back and you go, I will just put this little coin right here and we will see what happens. I put the coin in and then suddenly she's on her way. She's on her way. So let's see who's come in the meantime. Hello, at Bridge.
Hey everybody!
Yeah.
Leap like the live. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Guys, look. So you can't see that it's such a small baby, but I made a little mini terrarium because we have now I'm overexcited. When I'm overexcited, all the words just go floop right out of my head. So we have a milkweed plant in our yard, and all of these lovely little monarch babies were starting to come, and then there was this one that got really big and fat and beautiful, but then I saw there was like wasps around and there's spiders around. I was trying to protect it. I was hanging cheesecloth over the plant in places to try and protect it. And then somebody said, oh no, let nature take its course, it'll be fine. The next morning I came out, though it was dead on the ground, like, and it was horrible. I was like, no! So, sorry I'm yelling, little baby. Anyway, so I found 2 more on the bush. There were actually 2 others that were already dead. But the 2 that weren't dead, I saved them. So this is one of them, and he's a tiny widow baby, and he's eating so much.
Now you do realize there is a SpongeBob Butterfly episode with Sandy.
Yes, because I'm a super fan, and I know that.
Yeah. You'll have to, well, that'll have to be her homework assignment is to watch the infamous
Look, I love
Butterfly
SpongeBob's,
episode.
but I don't know SpongeBob's the way he does. I know Bob's Burgers better.
Although, truth be told, my SpongeBob knowledge is obviously more towards the first several seasons. When the kids were young, I think Annette's first first movie in a movie theater was the SpongeBob movie, and and she was so cute because the credits come on, and it's they actually have a whole song. They have Ocean Man, Ocean Man. Na, 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 na. I don't know if it's Wilco or who sings it.
Ocean Man.
Yeah, and so it's just, but and of course they're showing all these photographs and stuff. So it's not like just credits running by for the original movie. So Annette and I decided we'd go up to the front theater area, and she just starts dancing away and all that stuff. So yeah, I think she was like, well, let's see. The movie probably came out when she was maybe 3 or 4.
All right, you're sharing intimate details about your daughter on live stream, and she may or may not appreciate that.
Enjoying her first movie, I think is relatively safe.
All right.
Proud dad moment.
Okay. Ooh, we had a view on YouTube for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Everyone, if anyone is on TikTok.
Hey, don't. We're trying. We crossed. Here's the funny thing.
Ain't no vanity. Thanks for coming in, you guys.
Here in the land of TikTok. We in the six months or so that we've been here, we are now closing in on 6,000 followers.
Yeah.
In the Lord knows how many years I've been on YouTube, I only just this week crossed 1,900 followers.
But see, I have almost 5,000
Yes.
followers on YouTube.
Yep.
But that's my dance channel, and I need to dance again.
Dance monkey, dance. I've come to the Dance Monkey channel. They're not dancing here anymore.
We are so special.
Oh, do I have both sketches running here?
What's that hair hanging down from her chin?
Well, see what this might be is the original. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's the line. It's the SpongeBob line. So,
got it.
So this is the cleaner version.
There we go. Hey everybody, question of the day. Question of the day is, which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character are you most like? Sometimes you can also try and figure out who's your friend most like. Like, if I'm trying to think. So he thinks he's most like SpongeBob. I think he's most like Bob. But with Sponge's energy. I think I'm most like Linda. But in SpongeBob land... I definitely am going to be like Edith when I get old, for sure. I would definitely be Edith. No! Get off my lawn. I'll be Harold or something. Hey, get off my lawn.
Yep.
You smell like ointment and pee.
You sound like you're dying in mid-sentence.
Aren't we all, though? Wait, but for Sponge... I feel like Patrick a lot. I don't know. I just love Patrick. Patrick just does not give two Fs about anything. I also definitely feel a lot like I connect with the jellyfish very closely. Sincere. Oh my God, sincerely, Logan is here. Hi.
Hey.
I'm most like Louise, but with Squidward's personality. Oh, I like that. Louise with a touch of squid. Yes. Very nice. Yeah, because there's like, who do you move like versus who do you act like versus like who do you look like versus there's all those different things. Which is what I love about this mashup is it really gets you to thinking about that. Like, wait a minute. Sometimes I wish I were like Louise because she's such a troublemaker, but then at the same time, like, there's always a piece of me that just kind of am like, stop being such a troublemaker. Ugh. So probably I was more like Tina.
You almost sound like you were going to do more like Tammy.
Well,
it's like, stop being such a boob punch.
Well, Tammy, but she's the ultimate troublemaker.
Yeah.
No, but I was a lot like Tina, actually, because I was absolutely obsessed with boys, and I probably would have been obsessed with girls, too, if I weren't so shut down.
Were you also obsessed with horses?
Yes, I was obsessed with horses. I used to read horse books. I always had crushes on, like, 5 or 6 different people at once. It was whoever was in your class. So, like, you know, by the time middle school comes around, you've got to go to different classes. So you're like, Spanish. Oh, Ben's in that class and Jason. And then, oh, math class. Well, there's that one guy in the back. And you're like, what am I going to think about in there? What am I going to try to make eyes with? So, yeah, maybe.
There we go.
Maybe. And she's kind of a goody two-shoes, which I was abso-frickin-lutely such a goody two-shoes. Okay.
Yep. Saran.
Oh,
Yep. So
Beep Beep says they are most like Gene. I love Gene.
we got a number of Genes and
Gene.
Genes and Patricks, or a mix of both.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got Patrick and Teddy, which is, I think, Patrick and Teddy, that would have been a tempting blend. You know.
Yep.
That would have been another cool matchup.
What blend?
Patrick and Teddy. I think a lot of people thought that would have been the mix.
Oh yeah.
But no, it's not.
Nah. No, there was with all of this. There were just moments where, yeah, you could spin the dial on a whole lot of it. A lot of it was the concept of like who would be in a SpongeBob core family, and because those are the main characters in SpongeBob that the whole world of Bikini Bottom rotates around, and same with Wonder Wharf. Although I always forget this, and if anyone knows this, chime in, because it's funny how they almost never, and I don't know if they've ever actually said the name of the town that they're in. They'll mention Bog Harbor a ton, but apparently they're
And
not
Wonder
in Bog
Wharf.
Harbor. And the Wonder Wharf, like the way you talk about the pier in Santa Monica.
But I don't
But
think
the
they say
pier,
the
is,
town.
even though the pier's name is Santa Monica Town, so it actually has a name. It starts with an S.
It does?
Yeah. If you Google it, apparently there is a name for the city they're in, but it's some odd thing. So yeah, Google it up.
Google it
or if anyone
up.
else has got it beforehand. Not yet. So, but hello everyone who's coming on in. Hello to everyone who's been liking it so far. My goodness, we've only been at it for 20 minutes. We already got almost 3,000 likes.
Yay!
Well,
Thanks, you
happy
guys.
good morning to you guys. I guess once the holiday weekends go on
Yeah.
by, there's nothing else to do on
Nothing
a
else to
Sunday
do.
morning, afternoon. Then
Seymour's Bay.
Yep.
Holy cow! It was revealed by Laurent Bouchard in Comic Con 2015. Seymour's Bay.
Seymour's Bay.
Wait, well then, what is Seymour Butts?
Well, that's an infamous set of funny names that you do on prank calls that Bart Simpson, of course, memorialized. But
Neurodivergent said it's Seymour's Bay. Nice. Yep. Called it. Love it. Hey, Green Eyed Demon. Hey, David. What's up? Thank you guys for popping in. We
hello.
appreciate it.
So yeah, question of the day and
Question of the day. Oh, yes. I think
let's see if I can pin it. No, wait, a moderator should be able to pin comments.
It
too,
should,
so.
but I can't figure it out. Which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character are you most like? That is the question of the day.
Yep. Right now, so as you guys can see with all the little dots here towards the bottom, it's the usual thing of like, okay, since Bob's Burgers is so dialogue heavy, and since our script is so dialogue heavy, the big part of biting the bullet for each of these characters is just every one of those mouth shapes.
I just figured it out, but now it won't let me pin it. You fart. Pin it. Couldn't pin the comment. So now it just won't let me pin the comment. But there you go. I tried. Ta-da! Moving on.
Moving on.
All
right, can you type in a new comment and pin it? Was it just because it was too old? So if you type the same comment again, does it pin? I'm trying to be helpful.
Trying to be something.
Oh, we got a saucy moderator this morning.
Sauce it up.
She's gonna just like, you're banned. You're gonna be like
I'm gonna ban myself.
What's the name of the place where they get the black garlic from?
Oh, Fig Jam.
Fig Jam. Should be like Fig Jam. You're banned. Or you can be just like Frond. Detention.
Oh, that was a good front.
Yeah. Yep, we'll have to. Although Frond is Fred in our world, so Frond will have a very iconic other line.
What's his fraud?
Frond. Philip J.
Yeah,
Frond.
but if you blend him with Fred, fraud.
Fraud.
Which is kind of perfect.
He's a school counselor. Fraud. Nice. All right, so we have so far let's see, neutral. We have neutral smile with mouth closed, smile with mouth open. Now the thing I gotta double check on is Gary's teeth. Everyone has slightly different teeth in the world of SpongeBob, and it's annoying. Although Gary's teeth will sometimes get more animalistic. If Gary's in a very angry mode and is hissing, they'll get the pointy teeth. But for the most part, Gary has individualized, straight, strong teeth. Let's see if I open a recent open recent. Let's see, top Gary's moments. Oh, let's open the other one. Open recent. Gary's cutest moments.
Okay, let's see if this works. Pin it. Couldn't pin the comment. Ha!
Well, let's see if I can pin it. Let's see if I can pin. I'm gonna.
Pin you. Oh, cool! Neurodivergent subscribed on YouTube as well. That's awesome. Thank you. Well, you will definitely see the show when it comes out.
Where's your new hello, senpai?
Yeah. What's up?
Where's your
It's there. I put it.
It's funny. I don't see it. So you put it in as a poll or a comment or a
comment.
It's a comment.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I'll scroll up.
I'm scrolling up. I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna look for when.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
To scroll it. Oh my gosh, where's my little pillar guy? He was chomping. There he is. He's so cute.
At Georgia Reed. Oh, that is so funny. I don't have your most recent comment in here at all.
Oh.
It's TikTok, I swear. There's just so many moments where you go,
Maybe I'm
hey.
banned.
Did you ban yourself? That's why you can't. That's why you can't comment. She can moderate the live. She can talk in the live, but she no pin comment in the live. No penny. Oh, we've had two.
Paper.
Yeah, we've had 2 views so far.
All right.
And we got to remember to occasionally look at the chat because I think someone came in.
We gotta remember stuff.
Someone came in last time and said a couple things and we just weren't paying attention.
Blah blah blah. Hey, where's everybody at today? We're in Los Angeles. Where are you guys at? We've had people from all over the world. We love it. For our regulars, we know where you're from, but you can pop it in the chat again because we see when people make new friends. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is sniffing and the other's bold. South Carolina, right on. Right. Oh, I love South Carolina. I've hiked there. It is beautiful.
Yep.
Isn't that where they did Doc Hollywood? Wasn't that South Carolina with Michael J. Fox?
Oh, I don't recall anymore.
I think it was one of the Carolinas. Oh my God, I love that movie. Oh, I love that movie.
So we have Gary here from
the land of corn and fields. That sounds like Kansas.
It sounds like Iowa too.
Yeah.
The every animator. If any of you are out there listening right now, animators, reference, always go to your reference. Go to your model sheets. Go to your stuff. You don't want to find yourself working on something for even 15 minutes and realize you're drawing it wrong.
Is that like that thing where they go like this? They go...
Well, that's checking the smoothness of your frames.
I just love that in all the old Disney, and here are the animators. They're all just going...
Yeah, but you want the
I love that. It's so cool.
You want one of the biggest arguments in old animators?
Black magic.
The black magic was I want to make sure I phrase it right it was pegs up or pegs down. And this is what it means. So yeah, she's right. There's all those times where you'll see the animators, and if you go to like Disneyland and you go to the animators who are drawing there anyway, maybe they're just doing concept sketches or character work, but maybe they're actually doing some actual frame to frame work, and you'll see them doing stuff. But the big argument between different artists is, do you have the pegs on the bottom so that you're flipping from one to the other like this? Or are your pegs on the top and you're going...
Well, it depends on if you're doing their head or their butt.
No, there's artists who just like, no, you only do it one way or you only do it the other way.
So it's like toilet paper over under?
Yeah. That's the best way of putting it.
Are you pegs up or pegs down?
Pegs up or pegs down?
Like, what the hell does that mean? Now I'm going to ask every animator that question. Oh my God! But I'm gonna act really snobby about it. Be like, well,
I want to make sure that it's actual pegs up because if you look at animator sheets, they actually have holes in them, and that's so you can stabilize them and keep them there while you're sketching. But the whole thing of like, and I think on a lot of animators' tables, because you never know, you usually. I think on some of the fancier ones, you can actually rotate a center thing to move the pegs to the top or the bottom, or you would just insert them to the top or insert them to the bottom.
That makes sense. You need to have all the possibilities.
But me, I just got the 4K monitor. I'm not using any pegs, baby.
So when you say reference, then how do you...
Well, no, but you see, but that wasn't reference. You were asking about it, and we went down the tangent.
This is different. Okay.
The idea of...
Oh, wait, Brian wants to know which is better, though. Brian, so we need to ask you, animator... Pegs up or pegs down, Tom?
Well, I probably would have said... Woof. I'm just trying to think of my own style. And I think because, for me, my table's usually a little bit lower, I would be a pegs down so that I could look at it like this. And doing this, I feel like... I'm in my own way too much to see it as opposed to...
Now, see, and for me, I would be... Again, I am not an animator yet.
Yep.
I'm gonna find a way to get, you can't, there, now you can see me. I always have to be like, I'm here, no, wait, here. Okay, but I would feel like, because I'm drawing, I'd always just, because I'm right-handed naturally, lifting up higher to go down, it's an extra arm movement. Kind of like when I used to work in restaurants and you're always trying to find the fastest way to fold as many napkins as possible with the least amount of movement. Like, I'd want to be drawing and then just go, draw. Like, I would feel like down up would make the most sense. But I see what he means, the way his board is positioned and everything.
This is what I mean by reference, and we're seeing it right here.
Oh, yes. Back to reference.
So the whole point of it is, especially since I'm working off of iconic characters, I need to refer constantly back to the original artwork so that I'm, for example...
Cheating?
It's not for cheating. It's
for
like...
stealing? This is why he brings me on the show.
Looking at a photograph of a tree while you are painting a tree, or going out to actually sit by the tree, is not cheating. But that's the problem that all artists get into, is that that too often you get trapped into thinking, oh, I should just be able to just sit down and draw, because you'll go to a convention. Like I think Comic-Con is going on right now.
Yeah, I think so.
So down in San Diego, and if it's anything like Anime Expo, Anime Expo in Los Angeles or Anaheim, wherever they had it this year, was nuts.
Hi, Simon.
Hey, Simon. The problem is that you'll walk up to these people and you go, oh, dude, I love Batman, and you did all these comics with Batman. Draw Batman. And they'll whip out Batman. And then you get under this idea, because they didn't immediately pull up stuff and they just drew Batman right there, or Batman doing something, that it gives you the false impression that when you get to a certain level, you should be able to just draw anything.
Kind of like a pianist should be able to play anything. It's like, well, they could probably play a tune, but if you ask them to play like a particular style, everyone has blind spots. Everyone has areas that they are not as well versed in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
But the idea is that do not fall under that. Even the best artists will constantly refer to reference. The reason why they can sit there at a convention and quickly whip one out for $20 is they've drawn that character hundreds, if not thousands, of times by then. And by then, if you've been animating or doing comic book art that long, you develop your style. You've got your shorthands. You've got the ability of just being able to. Boom,
that's why there's
boom,
certain
boom, boom.
like. So I am an ex-professional ballet dancer. Woo woo. There are certain variations. There's certain dances that I can still look. I mean, it's not gonna look as good, but I can still do certain dance moves because I've done them over and over and over and over and over again. If you ask me to go back and do that variation again from Swan Lake, I can go, oh my god, I remember that, and I can do it. But if you ask me to do something new that I hadn't done before, my body would be like, I'm sorry, what? Brian says it was very nuts. So it sounds like, Brian, you were at AnimeCon,
Anime Expo.
We saw the videos, and I mean, it has never been that. I'm so glad we didn't go this year.
Yeah, we did Anime Expo, 2014, 2015. Mm-hmm. Back when Attack on Titan was so brand new, it hadn't really caught fire yet, and that was one of the few screening. Well, no, they actually were doing a compilation of which Attack on Titan was a part of it, season 1.
Yep, Brian says they oversold. I agree 100%. They oversold. It's crazy.
And I know so many of these conventions, if they survived the COVID years, where they had to be virtual, I know it was a struggle. But yeah, if you were seeing tickets like that, then they should have just added days, which I know is easier said than done. These are things you got to plan, but hopefully Anime Expo learns from this and moves forward, because I've Anime Expo, Star Wars Celebration, Comic-Con, I've done a lot of them, most of them long ago, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, but it's been done long enough in enough places that you should just have a general idea of when you've overbooked, and then just say, sorry, folks. I mean,
Brian says, I saw puddles. It was insane. Puddles of what?
Yeah, it's like...
I'm like, is puddles a reference? I don't know. What is the name of the cartoon we're watching right now? Unicorn Warriors...
Eternal.
Thank you. So Leet Meat was saying that they reference, that references are quite vital, refer to medieval paintings of cats or elephants as examples, which reminded me of Unicorn Warriors Eternal, which is on HBO Max right now, is that right?
Yes.
I think so.
And it's Adult Swim, so
it's Adult
probably
Swim.
on Cartoon Network as well.
Oh my god, it's so good. Well, we really like it. Anyways, you've seen clips, so they've seen clips of it. We're thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, it's Gennady Tartakovsky, of course, which we're big fans of his work. It's got storyline. It has shades. It has so many different kinds of cartoon references in it, and it changes a lot. So it's not one particular. Would you agree with that, babe?
Yeah.
It's like not one particular style. We're seeing sometimes in the atmosphere and in the feel. It reminds us of Miyazaki. Am I saying that right? Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Right. We've got old-timey, like Cuphead kind of feelings in it.
Yep.
Sometimes it suddenly moves into kind of a Hanna-Barbera feel when they're having a comedic moment and they're interacting close up. Like, we think it's fabulous. And again, the storyline is great. So, Brian says, basically people didn't want to leave the line to get in and the bathrooms were far. Oh, dude. Dang. That's, You want a great book that'll really mess you up for life. Blindness by Jose Saramago is incredible. And it's basically a story based on... And there's a movie of it too, but the movie's not as good, so just... Bleh. But the premise is that everyone on the planet just suddenly goes blind. But it's not it doesn't go dark, it actually goes white. It's white blindness, I think.
This isn't the Jason Momoa C is based on that, is it?
Look, they might have been inspired by C, but no. The movie was with, I think, Mark Ruffalo and the redhead. Anyways, but they all have to try and deal with this blindness, and basically society just devolves really quickly. And it's a commentary on the fact that, as a society, we are just a couple of steps away at any time from devolving right back into, from just letting go of all societal norms and being polite, and like what you're saying, it's like, oh, people are waiting in line, they gotta pee, F it, they're just gonna pee right there in the line. That's unbelievable. You're like, really? But when you've been in that line that long and you're in the mix and you're in that crowd, it's crazy how just you throw all those things out the door. Anyways, I ramble. Book talk, it's a thing. Hi, Mila!
Hello!
Question of the day is, which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character are you most like? Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, who do you think you are?
I don't know. Some guy.
I'll bet you think this song is about you. Ah!
That would make me Warren Beatty.
I think this energy is coming from me working out more, personally. So I'm going to keep doing it.
I'll go part that and part caffeine. I will go adrenaline over butterflies, caffeine, and...
Which
and
my little guy is chomping away. I mean, he is just chomping. So anyone who's just come and joined, we saved a couple of Monarch caterpillars.
She was tired of watching them die.
Because they're all getting killed by the wasps and the spider. Killing them.
No, what we first watched was a wasp that in theory could have gone after them.
That wasp was trying to. So then I shoot it away.
Yeah, thinking, I will save all the animals. I will shoo the wasp away from the caterpillar. And what happened to the wasp?
I kid you not, I was like, hey, back off. And it just moved over a little bit right into a spider web. And then we sort of watched...
The spider comes.
It was this big plump, like it's like an orb weaver or something. It's not.
Yeah, it wasn't an orb weaver, but
it was something, and it just came right out, and the wasp was like, I'm sitting there going, do I save it? Well, no, because then it's gonna kill the. You gotta die, and then I kind of turned my head, and Tom kept watching.
Circle of life.
Okay, sorry, we're probably screaming.
I know it's just like.
It's chewing. Oh my god, it's eating so much. And they poop too. Isn't that interesting?
Yep. Butterfly effect. Nice.
If you're out in your garden, you're basically just walking in poop. Kind of like when you're swimming in the ocean.
Yeah,
you got
the notice the comment that came through?
Butterfly effect. Delete me.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Exactly.
Oh, look, Brian says, I'm definitely Patrick with a tad of Squidward. I love this. That's great, because someone earlier said they were definitely Louise with a touch of Squidward. What is this touch of Squidward that we all have? Is it the snark, do you think? Is it the artiness?
Or the part that just looks at everyone around you and goes, you're all idiots.
I have a big touch of a big touch of the squid.
How do you feel about some of our neighbors?
Plus, wait a minute. Plus, I grew up playing the oboe, which definitely
Yes, she did.
that's definitely like Squidward. Can we just say?
Yep.
Yeah. I love it. Hey, Sal. Who all's in here? Yeah, we're all talking about which character are you most like. I'm gonna start sitting on your other side. He's trying to. There. If I just sit like this. Hey guys. Wait. Hey guys. What's up? There we go.
As I come in.
Yeah. You keep drawing. I'm sorry. Yeah. You need to draw. He's got to get this thing done in time.
Yeah, we're at less than 2 months now.
Brah, brah, brah.
Yeah, it's more like 7 weeks by now. 7 to 8 weeks.
Yep. It's Sunday. It is so Sunday.
It is so Sunday.
It is so Sunday. Like, seriously. Stupid Sunday.
All right. I'm trying to get better at doing a little bit of cleanup work while I'm doing this.
It's cleaning it up.
Cleaning it up.
So what's the name of this town that's the mix? So Seymour Bay mixed with Bikini Bottom.
Seymour's Bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's way better than Bikini Bay.
Yeah.
I like Seymour's
Bottom.
You have to put that somewhere. Now there's so many things he has to keep adding in.
Hey, it's a tough thing when look at that. We were having conversation with our fans, and what happens? We end up coming with more stuff. So
Seymour's Bottom. Yeah.
So the usual thing here, you come up with a brief thing. A brief thing. So, we all know what these are, Post-it notes, or the things you just grab that piece of paper and you make that note and you tell yourself, I'm gonna remember that thing. And for some people, I had friends who would have day planners back in the analog days.
I still have a day. I love day planners.
But the idea of they end up getting so thick with reminders and notes and notes on notes.
Yep.
But for my world, juggling, so many things, it's like it's very easy to turn into a million pieces of paper stuck to your monitor going, remember this, remember that. So
that's called...
Well, the main thing
dementia.
is that's not dementia. The goal is, regardless of your style of work and dealing with inspiration, because that is the biggest struggle, I think, for any artist, is when you sit in front of your whether it's a typewriter, a laptop, a drawing board, a canvas, and your brain just goes, it's got nothing in the tank. So if you struggle with inspiration, so regardless of what your methodology is, it's always best to just find something that consistently works for you, that doesn't bite you in the bottom, a week, a month, a year later when you go, because part of it is in visual effects or in animation. Some of these files that I've been working on are actually a long time old when I was starting to put together the first character rigs. And if I didn't have my methodology of how I name stuff and my thing, and
I use that too for my videos.
Or biting the bullet and coming back to some of these and going, I need to have the mouth shapes in the same order, because I can't suddenly have Tina talking to Jean, talking to Louise, and I did their mouths so differently that I'm constantly having to switch gears. So in part of that is, anytime we come up with something new and funny, I now have a version 2 of the script. And that tells me that version 2 now has any new ideas, and that I need to refer to that one to look for, that's right, we have a gag in the background with King Jellyfish or something.
But always keep, if you are writing and you're writing different scripts, be sure you keep all your versions, because it's kind of like with stand-up, with anything else, you never know when you're going to come back later and see something old you wrote and go, ooh, I want to bring that back in. So just start new versions if you can. I mean, when I'm writing jokes, oh my God, you just write. Then you save it as a new version and you start editing out what you don't want, what you do want, all of that, but keep it all. It's crazy. And then you go back, then to have it set a date once a month or once a year, whatever, and just say, I'm going to go back and look through some of my old stuff, and you'll find new inspiration. It's fantastic. Now, Leap Meep has a question.
Yeah.
A question for the group, everyone. Hey, Jeremy Smith, what up? And there was someone named Isaiah Cockroach. I loved that. Okay, the question is, what is your favorite animated indie series on the internet? I am not cool enough to know the answer to that because I only watch cartoons right now on the PS5, the TV basically, because when I'm on the internet, usually I'm only on the internet because I'm posting stuff from all of my channels. So I'm not looking as much. Yeah. So I'm not a true fan.
It is. I'm going to do a little quick save.
Is the point.
No, I'm going to do a quick save here.
Wait, Leap Meep, he's looking.
Yeah, it's... And
hey, anyone else here on the chat, if you guys have a favorite animated indie series you're watching on the internet, drop it in the comments. We'd love to see. And we love recommendations. So even though I say I'm never on there, if someone recommends something to me, I will make a point to go and find it.
Yep. Oh boy, it's a hard...
Mansbridge.
You know, it's hard to say because I'm an avid YouTuber, and there have been so many shows that that it's weird. It's like it's unless you kind of like deep dive in them. Sometimes they start on YouTube and blossomed. Because I don't know, and there's ones that you see on different shows, and you go, okay, wait a second, this looks professional, but is this a YouTube only, or was it on? Because the other thing is that there were so many startup channels of like, you would see like a snippet of something, it would say, but go to this streaming service and see blah 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 blah, and you go, okay, I'm not doing that.
Hey, Marina.
So I don't know if
I need more coffee. Do you need more coffee?
I am good for the moment, so
right,
I'll
be back.
yonder. So, Lackadaisy, which I still haven't seen yet. It's and there's like a Lackadaisy, which is a Prohibition style, hand-drawn animation, although I'm sure it's all digital. That one I still haven't seen yet, but I remember seeing some of the first snippets and trailers. It's like, I gotta watch it. And you get so busy in your own project that you don't sit down, because you get worried about rabbit holes. You get worried that you're going to say, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to work on Gary Louise today. And then you see something, a notification, and then you've spent 10 hours watching something else. I'm trying to avoid that. Lackadaisy, there was like is it called Hella Hotel? And I can't remember the animation team for that one. There was the Western with the two characters, and I'm forgetting the names of the shows, and forgetting the names of the artists. That was kind of a independent thing, with the new sheriff or whatever it was. Let's see, anything else coming up on here? Okay, so still the same question. Boy, what else? There was, I do Cass Van Poel stuff, but his is it's independent, but it's just usually like recaps of the recap of SpongeBob, recap of Bambi, recap of Shrek. And I do follow some of the Storytime ones, like I follow Ginger Pale and a few others, which...
You mentioned Ginger Pale.
Yeah, well, the idea is that...
Hey!
It's always been interesting seeing, how big the teams are for these. Julie, forget her last name, but she's a Disney character animator, and
work for Disney, you mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
So but when she's not doing that, her channel has just exploded in the past year.
Oh wait, I follow some animators on Insta, but that's not the same as your favorite series. I guess the important question here is, hey, Leap Meep, who do you like? Who do you recommend? Who are you watching?
Yeah, we're always up for it because the algorithm can keep you completely blind from great shows that are blossoming. I know Shining Friends or Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends came originally from, I think, straight from YouTube. I've seen all of season 1 on Max of Smiling Friends. I don't know if I've dug into any of the original stuff to see if it was. And then and then as far as there's the creepy animation like Salad Fingers, that I think they did a new chapter about a year ago, wherever it was, and it's still as incredibly creepy as anything else.
Creepy.
And it was done, and that was all done with Flash animation. Hello, coffee.
Let's see. I think I follow someone named Gary Liebert. I follow a few people that I really like. Laibart.
Laibart.
Laibart. Yeah.
So do you get more comments than I do?
Concept illustration. Do I get more comments?
Yeah, because as you're a moderator, it's like...
Yeah, no, so what happens if I catch you when you join, I try to just say, hey, Peyton, thanks for popping in and joining. The last thing I've got here is, what is your favorite animated series? Did you have that one?
Yes. Okay.
So yep.
Okay, good.
Yep. People are popping in and out, so I'm like, hey, what's up, hey Desi. Desi Des 1025. Because I know I go through TikTok and every once in a while I'll pop into a live and then I'm like, next.
Checking out and then
so,
and this one.
All good.
All right, so now I need to get to
Foxy.
I need to get to
all the Foxy.
So now.
Now.
Meow. Meow.
I want to curl my legs, but then my hips say no. We got new music.
All right, that's the A shape. Now we got to go to an E shape, which is just a modified.
Here we go. A few indie series I'm quite fond of are Hell of a Boss.
Yep, that's Hell of a Boss. I've seen little bits of that one. I like
Alan Becker's series.
Ooh, that one I'm not sure if I know that
and
one.
Lackadaisy. So
Lackadaisy, yep.
Now, I like that because I love that word lackadaisical. Oh, I love that word, lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Desi says, I can't wait until September.
I know.
Do you remember 25th September when you're watching the show? Remember? And I'm making little funny ears on Tom's head. Let's just do that the rest of the time. Look, Tom.
I should have this tighter.
Aw.
Yeah. She's so clever.
Okay. I will make a point to first let's screenshot Leak Meep's comments so that later I will try and watch some of those. Boop. There we go. Hey, Brooklyn, what's up? Brooklyn, are you in Brooklyn? Because, man, I used to live in Brooklyn. I love it down there. Over there. I don't know why I said down there. Should be up there now. Hey, Leah. Hello. Thank you for popping in. Everyone, if you are just popping in and you would be so interested in commenting, we are asking question of the day, which is, which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character are you most like? We've had many people, of course, mention Patrick, but then also what I really like today is a lot of people are saying it's so-and-so with a touch of the Squidward. Louise with a spit of Squidward.
With a spit of Squidward?
With a spit of Squidward.
I spit it.
Hey, Cassandra. Cassandra Lance, Strawberry Heart Cloud. I like that. I love all these names. They're great.
Strawberry Heart Cloud.
Desi says Bob. Bob. Perfect. Love it. Oh my god. Do you know, I have a little video. So every year at Thanksgiving, first of all, when we go shopping, we shop at like Ralph's or Vons or whatever. But
I don't remember the last time I've ever been to Vons.
Whoa, okay, not Vons. What's the other one?
Food for Less?
Food for Less, yeah, Food for Less.
The Kroger Empire.
Yeah, Kroger Empire. Anyways, but we have a couple of rules. One of the rules is that if there's a song playing, either one of us at any time can say, what do we call it? Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon moment.
Or I think it starts with dance break, and then you have to dance, and then when you're ready to be done, you say Kevin Bacon, yep. And then you can stop. But you have to stop what you're doing in the middle of the grocery store.
Doesn't matter what aisle you're in, doesn't matter how many other people are in the aisle. If you're at Collins, like, sorry, dance break.
Dance break! But then my thing is that every Thanksgiving, I select the turkey, and I absolutely do a full, in front of anyone. It's better when there's people, because I find that fascinating and entertaining. And I lift it up to the sky and I say, yes, you are the one. But then I need him to start saying, this turkey is our dad now. So
we need
to get the full thing.
You need me to, but you also need me to film it because you're both hands. Otherwise, if you try to move like a 20-pound turkey with one hand while filming it.
Yeah. Okay, Levy says Squidward with a bit of Squidward. I love that. Yeah. And phones on half. And then Desi says, he's so me. You are so... Oh, got it. So you're the original Bob. So Bob is like Desi. That's
There we
going on
go.
here. Hey, Peter White 625. What up? Thank you for coming in and saying hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the magical show. It's
Yep.
a fanimation.
So you start by getting this first set where you get your rough sketch, and you actually now we have a few of the syllables.
Meow, meow.
Exactly. And of course with Louise. Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
I do know what you're doing.
All right, Shane S, what's up? Thank you for joining. We're just meowing.
We're just meowing away.
Yep.
That's what we do here.
Yep.
Yep. Well, we work on
runner-up.
Louise.
Thanks for popping in, you guys. We appreciate it. We're working on it.
Yep. So I'm gonna keep drawing now. I got to do so way down here. I've got little notes in here. I can't really zoom in on here, but I got the neutral smile, smile with teeth. The letters M. Actually, I need this to be. I need this to be.
Smile when you feel like burping. Though there's no cat food, we know SpongeBob ain't rude if you. Okay. Let's see what else. Hey, Lucky Blue 88.
Hello.
What up? What up?
I don't know why it's giving me such. That's a good looking smile.
Because it's Gluey's, and Gluey's is giving you sass. This is, again, for anyone who's interested in knowing, this Fanimation episode of SpongeBob Burgers is dropping like a poop turd. Dropping!
Wow, sell it, baby!
September 3rd, because 9 is divisible by 3. And all the fans know what that means. If you don't know what it means, then you need to watch
the pilot.
Bob's Burgers.
It's in the pilot episode,
it's in the
baby.
Pilot. What is my caterpillar doing? Oh my gosh, my caterpillar's eating so much. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, keep munching.
All right, so smile with teeth.
Very exciting.
Syllables M, B, and P. A sound, E sound. Now I go to the DTS, and DTS.
Is that its nose?
Well, the nose is in the wrong spot. The biggest problem with the character blend for this particular character is that Gary does not have any nose.
I didn't think so.
But Louise does, and it's even creepier if you totally remove her nose. So, like what we've got from the rough sketches.
It's like The Fly.
So you can't see the rough sketch behind that one because it's on the bottom layer. But like even here on the side, so the nose actually
She
comes
looks
out.
like she's melting, like she's half acidified. What did you do to her?
Well, it's
Oh God!
and this is actually the part that's gonna when we're talking about reference earlier, that there's a couple moments where we've got some actual blocking. Where
Blocking.
when two characters come into the restaurant, the kids will need to leave being near the counter and go to one of the tables, or which would in Bob's world would have been one of the booths.
Bob's World.
But to do that, that means Louise has to, go down the barrel, across the floor, and then up, which means I need to work on Gary's It normally would be called a walk cycle, but I guess it would be a slug cycle.
Slug cycle.
A slime cycle.
Slime cycle.
So I got.
While you're talking, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
a quick story. Go ahead.
She's doing social media. During social media, it's like social media inception.
Look, it's like social. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna copy that.
You're
No,
gonna-
Don't. What are you doing? Don't do that. Discard.
She's breaking the internet as we speak.
It's like social media inception. It's a stream within a story within a something.
This social media is our dad now.
Okay, so there's the thing, and then we flip over here to where the magic is happening.
There is definitely no
Tom
magic happening
made
here.
The magic, making the magic, yeah. Here at SpongeBob's Burgers Town, it's called Seymour's Butt. No, wait, Seymour's Bottom.
She had it until the punchline and it all went down.
It's a blend of two cartoons and it's great fanimation. Yeah, so tune in. Okay, I think that's it. That's gonna be good.
If anyone would like to rent her for parties.
Damn! I'm triggered by that.
Yee.
Yee.
Back. Oh, you're...
Yeah, see, now you know how I feel. Now you know. His voice is so amazing and strong and something. Like, we'll be in the kitchen and
he's
like,
probiotic.
hey, I'm going to tell you about this. And it's like, bam. You're like, oh, turn down the volume.
Yeah. I was... Not that I can fully blame that on this, but I was always taught in my theater days to fill the whole room. They always tell you that when you're enunciating on stage, and this is the days before a lot of shows are mic'd up these days, but back once upon a time, you would have to fill an auditorium with your voice, and they always said, pretend that your great-grandmother came and she's sitting in the back row and her hearing aid has just gone out. Projection. Project your voice as if you're trying to reach your not able to hear grandmother.
Not able to hear grandmother.
But the upshot of it is if you're just in a small kitchen and you're using that voice, it tends to be a little much.
Yep.
Oh,
Nerd Divergent Nerd is back. You came back. You love us. Maybe.
Don't give her more fuel. Don't give her more caffeine. Do not feed the bears.
Hey, maybe, no, that's really dark. I won't say that. Anyways.
Oh, good Lord. Where was that going to go?
Don't ask.
Okay.
Sometimes we have to self-monitor our really twisted comments. Yes. It's the French roast. Yep. We were shopping. We get our coffee at Costco because we like to be debt free. And
that does not.
That's one of the tips.
Buy in bulk.
And we were out of the usual, so we got the French roast. And French roast, yes, my friends, I feel it. There's more caffeine, and it's like, ha-cha! Hello, Clover. Oh, I like that name, Clover. Hi, Clover.
I'm not sure if Gary always reveals his teeth, or at least the individual teeth, even when he's doing certain sounds, but we'll check that later.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
All right, so that's our DTA. Now we got to do L and N, so we definitely have to...
Yep.
Let's do a quick reference on this. Let's see if we get an LN sound from Gary in this.
Yep. Clover says hi back. What's up?
There's your
O.
O.
And Cheeseburger joined. Ooh, we've got 4 people right now. This is exciting. Okay, anyone who's new, question of the day is... Which SpongeBob's or Bob's Burgers character are you most like? And you can combine. We've had many people today coming in with Louise with a touch of Squidward, or Patrick and Teddy, etc., etc. Tom relates most to SpongeBob, but then there's, of course, which character you feel you are most like versus which character do people think you are most like, which 9 times out of 10, we all know they're not the same, you know? I'd like to think I was Patrick, because I think Patrick is rad, but I'm probably more Squidward. Let's face it. All right.
Oh, that's right.
I like that. Next.
Yep.
Clover says I think I'm like Sandy. All right, or maybe I just think she's cool. I know, Sandy is so cool, right? I haven't worked on my Sandy. My Sandy's a little bit too low. I think that she's a little bit higher and a little bit more sweet, a little bit more girly. I gotta work on her a little bit more. And then how would you do Sandy if you mixed her with Linda? And she'd be like, hey everybody, 'cause I'm Sandy, yeah. That'd be great. We should do a whole album of like SpongeBob SquarePants cast sings the Bob Burgers hits.
Pass the cranberry sauce. It's time for mashed potatoes. Ooh, the turkey looks great.
Lynn.
Thank you for having me.
Lynn.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Lynn.
Everybody's thanking. The whole world's thanking me. Thanking us for thanking you. That's right. Kill the turkey.
That was
Stop.
terrible. Clover says I'd buy the album. Wouldn't that be awesome? We'll do a whole thing. Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
We're gonna
So good.
We're gonna do our main smile a little different. We're gonna do more like this.
You need to do SpongeBob kind of doing,
Okay, I can't. He's the SpongeBob guy, but I want to hear SpongeBob do like,
bad things happen in the bathroom.
how would he do that? That'd be tricky. Okay, well, we'll work on it. Okay, who else
We will.
is coming in? Yeah, we're doing it. Now we said it. Add it to the list. McDon Chris joined. Hello, McDon Chris. If you're still here. Also, where's everybody at today? Anybody not in Los Angeles? We have a Southern Carolinian who was in earlier, which I love. South Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful state. Leap Meep says, unrelated fun fact. Everyone at some point has held up a cat and did the Azabenya thing. Is that the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Is that what you mean? Or are you doing the Zabenya, na 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 na? That thing, I've seen that going around TikTok where they hold the kitty up and the arms go like this and then they kind of do the flip thing. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you doing the circle of light, Azabenya, Hana Sabadada? Which that was probably very distasteful. Anyways. Do share. Mushroom Girl joined. Oh, I like that. Mushrooms and crowns. Very nice.
Alright, we there we go. A little more we're actually getting a little work done.
Good.
I know. We've definitely had our moments where it's just like I drew 2 lines in 2 hours.
I helped.
Hold on, I'm doing some stuff.
Yep. Wow.
Animation.
I think last week went by like a bullet train, and today we're only just now getting to hour 2. So
You hit it like a bullet train.
I don't know how to feel when you're actually doing Miley Cyrus. I thought you despised that lady.
Is that? Wait, whoa. Let's be clear. I do not despise Miley Cyrus. I worked at the parrot shop in Toluca Lake where she apparently will keep her parrots, although she didn't do it while I was there, but she apparently is one of the nicest people on the planet.
Okay.
Really sweet.
Okay.
I do not dislike her personally.
Oh.
I'm not into her music in
Oh,
general.
okay.
I'm not into her thing.
Well, the fact
doesn't
that you
mean I don't respect her as a human being.
but
think she's
you
really
were
nice.
doing her music. So
I don't know who does that song.
Can't the Wrecking Ball?
Oh, is that what it is?
That's Miley
See,
Cyrus.
I even thought the original was Hurricane. So it's Wrecking Ball. Is that Wrecking Ball?
Oh, wait. I Came In Like a Wrecking Ball is Miley Cyrus.
Oh, I thought it was I Came In Like a Hurricane.
No, you're thinking Scorpions, Rock Me Like a Hurricane.
So I'm blending Scorpions.
Scorpions.
Even in my song.
Here I am.
Rock me like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
That tells you how much I am familiar with Miley Cyrus's content. Leap Meep says Lion King, yes. Oh, God.
Lion King.
Cool. I
Nice.
was right.
We'll put up the Oswald side for that one.
Love
There you go.
it. I don't need SpongeBob. I'm trying to do some posting here.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
All right, how are we doing over here?
I like how you're looking in. What's going on? You gotta do that voice. That's good. We're fighting. We are definitely fighting over who gets to do Harold. You smell like ointment and pee. What are you animating, says Clover. Why, Clover, I'm so glad you asked. We're doing a mashup of SpongeBob SquarePants and Bob's Burgers. And it will be coming out, the full episode, on September 3rd. Do mark your calendars.
Yep.
Very exciting. Etc., etc. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a
Yep.
fanimation.
Check out all the channel videos and stuff. We got the opening title sequence. We got teaser videos. We got character reveals.
Yeah, if you're like, well, which character is this and which character is that, and who, you go to the page and look. We got them. Almost all of them are up there. So you go look. Leap Beep says, I remember Gary having eyebrows for some reason. Oh, Clover's putting it on the calendar. Yeah! We love it. I know, we're excited too. So, what about Gary and eyebrows? Why is Gary not the eyebrows?
Well, right now we're not focusing on the eyes at all because actually one of the things I'm trying to contend with are the pupils, where to try and not make it look entirely like it's just a SpongeBob character putting on a wig or a hat. One of the things I was doing was just working on differences with the eyeballs, and in particular the pupils, using more of the simple pupils from Bob's Burgers. But part of that fell apart because the eyelids just don't look right if it's just Bob's Burgers eyelids, so they have more of that rounded.
How do my eyelids look now? Pretty good.
Closed? Twitchy?
You're gonna be not having me on your show next week. He's gonna be like sneaking some sleeping pills into the coffee next week. And George is asleep. Darn. Well, carry on.
But something I'm going to experiment with later with Louise here is I'm going to see, because Gary has, we can just go over to this. Gary obviously has big colored irises similar to SpongeBob and a lot of the characters, and I'm trying to play with, because part of Louise, I mean, Louise still, is that borderline. All the kids in Bob's Burgers are kind of like a little more adultish, at least what they say and some of their attitudes and the way they're drawn. But Louise still has a little bit of the younger child in her animation and stuff, and I don't want the Gary blending of Louise to be so weird that you don't really see the child part of it. You only see like the more fiendish part of it. So I'm going to play with maybe the irises on this one, but I haven't done that yet.
Perhaps just a little bit of the irises.
Yep, because right now, I mean, there's just so many issues with Tina Louise as far as like the way Gary's head will mutate to make sounds and appendages, and it's just kind of this like almost like silly putty that they do.
Yep.
I'm trying to make up my mind on all that stuff.
All the stuff.
All the stuff.
All right, how many people? Now we got 3.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take it. What's up? 3 people. How you doing? It's Sunday.
Louise.
Never realized how hard drawing that little snail was. I know, right? Like,
Yep.
Tom's like coming to me like, oh my god. He's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. You're so Bob in this moment. You're
But that's what it is that you've got the eye stalks, and then we complicate it even further because we got the bunny ears. So the bunny ears, and part of it is...
Right, you got all that stuff.
And part of it is...
Hey, someone's on YouTube and they're saying something. Epic Country Ball. Did SpongeBob use Gary in his burger? Ha, ha, ha. Welcome.
Yep.
I can't answer that. What were you saying? I interrupted.
Oh, no, it's just that part of the weirdness of the magic of animation will be things like... Normally, Gary's eye stalks will, go out in all kinds of different directions.
Yeah. Sorry. The
What
Epic Country Ball says you guys are talented.
Aww.
It's nothing really.
Oh, so you were reading someone else's? I thought you were reading a TikTok comment.
No, I'm reading. I said there's someone on YouTube, and it's
YouTube.
magical.
All right. So then.
Hello. Thanks for watching. We're so excited. Wait, which camera do I look in for YouTube?
It's all there.
It's all there. Okay. We'll give you ear plugs. I'm going to work out every day and coffee. And I feel like Linda, do you guys remember the one after she goes to the rave to get her Christmas tree back? And then someone, gives her something. And the next morning she's sitting there in her PJs and she's like, oh my God, this is so fun. I feel this is so great. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a little nap.
You can do that in
I can't do that. No, because
in 47 minutes.
I've got my Point Shoe Party live stream at 2 for all my ballet fans. So,
Yep.
yep. If anyone here is into ballet,
Hello. Yep. Also, well,
come on
dude,
down.
let's not sell you short, because there is the ballerina badass side of things, but
Oh.
on TikTok, what are we working on for your channel?
Okay, so my channel right now.
Toot it up.
Okay, my channel, I have 200 followers right now because some of us aren't using famous IPs to boost our numbers.
Whoa, well, aren't
Some
we
of us
getting...
are creating original content. It's fine. It just takes more time. Whatever. And I'm not going to pander with
we're pandering now. Says the woman in a Wookiee onesie. Who's not in her Cookie Monster onesie.
I have been exploring and, testing and trying different things. So the TikTok algorithm does not like me, which is fine because they want consistency. But it is I'm figuring it out, and my lovely partner in crime is making me little stinger thingies. So I'll start doing more sketch. It's like sketch comedy and comedy and silliness ensuing, and it's fun. So if you want to give me a follow, great. And then I'm do see, when I start thinking fast, it all goes out of my head. I'm also on the Instagram and the Twitter. But then I also have a channel on YouTube called Ballerina Badass, and that's when I was doing the ballet all the time. But now I'm in my snarky, what does it all mean phase, so I still am talking about ballet and doing it, but like looking at it from a new perspective, because I'm like, how much is this like industry messed up? But it goes down to, I'm rambling and I feel awkward now because I don't like talking about myself. I don't like it. It's really uncomfortable. Somebody else. I was raised in the Midwest and in a super religious-y, Christian-y family, and the big rule was you don't talk about yourself. Talk about other people, ask them questions, be polite. So like here in LA where people are like, so, what do you do? What are you up to? What do you do? And you're supposed to be like, oh, well, I just shot this thing, and like I'm having lunch with so-and-so, and like I'm on hold for this amazing commercial, and and like I feel so uncomfortable doing it. Like that's why I like having him around, because he sits there and he's like, blah, 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 and he makes me sound like I'm some kind of freaking rock star, and I'm over here in the corner like, I'm sorry, who are you talking about? So... yes, you need a hype person. What's a hype man? You're my hype man.
I'm a hype man.
Hype man.
Anyways. I'm a hyper man.
Yep. Okay, Clover says, you guys remind me of Bob and Linda so much. Best compliment ever.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, Melonberry is... Okay, this is Epic Country Ball from YouTube is now on the TikTok.
Are you watching on both? If you leave the YouTube, our audience craters from 100% to zero. No, I'm kidding.
Melonberry. Clover says
we've got...
Melonberry. Oh, wait, do y'all know each other? This is even cooler. I love it. Yay.
Well, hey.
And someone named Laura joined. Hi, Laura. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go sniff out this Melonberry.
But this
What's up, Melonberry?
This is the absolute...
Cool!
Yeah, this is the absolute absurdity,
I'm
insanity.
following you, Mel. I'm going to follow you right now and see about that. And let's see about Clover, too. Hi, Clover. Yeah, I'll follow you, Clover. Boom. Look at that.
Well, then there she goes. It's a follow party. We're the absolute the absolute magic of it. And what's funny is that the advice they always give for anyone who's an artist or a performer or a creator of any kind, a beef artist, is the concept of one of the best things about social media is that you can build a community. You don't just like put the art there hanging on the wall, put it on the vid, and then just go back and go, well, and hear nothing in return. Yeah. The idea, and look, we were working on this script. Yeah. We were sketching ideas and going, and coming to each other at odd times and say, you know what we should do? We should add this and do this, and what about this character? Yeah. Or you see we've seen an episode of Bob's Burgers or SpongeBob and go, we've got to incorporate this meme or this idea into it. But there was no idea. I mean, yeah, you at least assume that if you kind of blend these two together, that some people would really dig it and really like it. but you don't know until you start kind of like putting it out there and you go, what do you guys think? And then we got a video with 1 million views.
Yeah.
Well, the
Melonberry wants to know, did you put Gary in your burger?
I know. Yeah, you asked that
We're
on
not
YouTube.
grinding Gary. This is Glueeze, okay?
Glueeze.
This is Glueeze, which horses do become glue. This is Larry.
No.
Larry. I like Glueeze.
No, because Larry is an actual snail character from SpongeBob.
Oh, right, we can't do that. But anyways.
But Glueeze is funny.
Glueeze. So, no, she is not going to go into the burger. Dear God. Although that could be a whole nother level. You could put it in the credits where SpongeBob's like, come on, Glueeze.
No.
Melonberry says, rest in peace, Larry. Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Yep.
Let's see. So I got to work on the L end now. But that means...
wait, it's the same mouth shape. Wait a minute. So, okay, hold on. I got
Yes.
a question. So there's like basic sheets that teach you, here's the different mouth shapes for saying word. Like the L, the A, the E. Are they the same across all cartoons, or do you have to recreate a new map for your particular style? Because like, if I remember, Rick and Morty has that, doesn't it, in its book?
Yeah.
Let me go see. Hold on.
She's going to find my other reference stuff. It's right over there.
Right over where?
So in that stack behind your
There it is, behind the cute little boo-boo thingy.
behind the
Boo-boo thingy.
She's gonna pull up the Rick and Morty book that you got me for what, Christmas, my birthday?
I think, yeah.
You probably inscribed it, so.
Love this book. So if you guys, this is a really interesting, cool book.
Dun, da, da.
Right here. And it's got all kinds of really great art reference stuff in it.
Yeah. And even mentions, in their...
Right. Oops, sorry.
Bang!
Sorry.
You're banging the internet.
Bang it. It's not appropriate. Not appropriate.
But, famously, whether it's...
Melonberry's watching us on the toilet. I don't want to miss a single thing.
Yeah, well.
We support that. Please wipe front to back and sanitize appropriately.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the mouth shapes? Oh, there we go, like her, right?
Yeah, so these are like expression sheets or whatnot.
So do you do an expression sheet separately for each character, or do you just use a template and then... I guess it depends on, like, because I know we're in a crunch for time here.
Yeah, so here's the deal. And let me hand this...
Back to me? I can put it back away.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So...
Are you done with it?
Yes.
If you want to reference it later, I can put it right over here where it's safe.
Yeah, let's do that.
Away from the coffee.
The basic rule of thumb here is that every animation show in their character designs approach that every concept from blinking to expressions to the mouth shapes, they approach it differently. If you watch Bob versus Family Guy versus Simpsons, you'll see similarities because most of them are based on human mouth shapes, and there are areas where it breaks down. The general gist of mouth animation is that obviously our jaws will hinge, which means our bottom teeth, if they are shown up at all, will move depending on how big of a mouth we make. But
unless you have TMJ like I do.
But the top row of teeth obviously stay fused. No matter how angry or how sad or whatever your emotion is, your top teeth don't move in your mouth. If you're just talking.
Yeah, unless you're one of those you're a Muppet. Muppets.
Well, yeah. But let's put it this way: the teeth in the relationship to where your nose falls and stuff like it never moves.
Oh.
So that's
right.
because of the way the skull is.
The more you know.
But Gravity Falls and a ton of other shows, or especially characters that have a specific tooth, like SpongeBob has his two, his buck teeth, whatever it is. But so the big thing to watch is how often shows have made a conscious decision to break any of those rules I just laid forth.
Yep.
There are characters that
watch the teeth.
Watch the teeth. Yeah, if you watch the teeth on characters, you will see. For example, there are moments where Rick in Rick and Morty will get more and the teeth will separate. Gary's teeth will suddenly go to separate points, even though when he smiles, it's straight square teeth. SpongeBob can smile big, and it's rows of teeth, but the entire rest of the time it's just those two main teeth showing up in front of the bottom lip.
Now I'm going to just watch your teeth all the time.
Exactly. Well, there's nothing interesting about mine other than that they're messed up.
No, you got cute little fangs.
I got
your
my
little
fangs.
Arr.
But that's and I'll watch that with Dipper. It was like, do the lines to create individual teeth show up, or is it just a clean smile? So for this show, my reliance has to be first and foremost on how SpongeBob approaches that character, Mr. Krabs, Gary, SpongeBob, Squidward, because.
Yep.
You're going to be watching them speak, because in a Squid in the other thing about the two shows is that the characters in SpongeBob are built to be far more animated.
Yep.
They're meant
Like,
to be.
woo!
They'll lean in. Their face. You're going to hit the coffee with your chair.
Oh, I'm having fun. You're
I
no
know.
Fun.
Well, it's
He's always this is where the dad comes out. He's always like managing my drinks.
Yep.
He's like moving here.
I'm watching for like when suddenly the gestures are like, and there goes the soda.
Like, let it rip. Okay, anyways, you were saying, so, yes. Which, by the way, I have to interrupt and say people are like, this is great advice, and they're writing it down. Are you guys dating? Yes, for the past 10 years.
For 10 years, baby.
Yep, and we put a couple of rings on it because we bought cheap rings and they rusted out. So
I still got my cheap one on.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Your finger's gonna fall off. Man.
It's only partially black.
Partially black.
Around, well, not so bad.
No,
today.
but this is really helpful. This is really helpful to think about as an animator when you're watching these details that you don't think about as you're enjoying a show, but then you get into it.
Well, that's the other part of it is that they talk about in visual effects that some of the best visual effects are the ones you just don't notice. You're still with the story.
Yeah.
So there are animations where the moment we'll turn on like a new show.
Yeah.
There's that adjustment phase. I had it briefly with Unicorn Warriors Eternal, where they had such a blend of like old style Betty Boop.
Yes.
But at the same time, you the moment you start seeing clouds and dirigibles,
Studio Ghibli.
you get Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
And you just adjust to it. Now, so and on for example, there are shows that you start noticing things, or shows that like I'm sorry, Big Mouth. I just some of the more fantastical characters on Big Mouth, like with the mains and stuff like that. And they're monsters, the demons that represent different things like horniness or whatever it is. Those are fine, but the general characters, every time I look at the main characters of the Big Mouth series, I just go nope.
What is it about it that?
There's just something about the way the eyes and the
funny.
mouth
Same
just
for
fall
me.
together, and I just
Because it's such a smart series. It's such a smart concept. I love the concept that they're playing with as an idea.
Yeah.
It's not, and I watched the whole first season. I really try to give these shows a chance.
Yep.
Kind of like with Housebroken.
Yeah.
Which is Phoebe is the
Yeah.
lead poodle.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name in real life? That's so bad.
Lisa Kudrow.
So Lisa Kudrow, her voice, by the way, if you pay attention, she's all over the place, especially in the Bob's Burgers kind of thing that spreads out from it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just not as into the animation personally, but there's still really good ideas.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's the problem is that you come out with a new show and there's
Everyone thinks your mouse on the screen, when you have the mouse up on the screen, they think it's a bug and they keep trying to blow it off. So keep your mouse off the. Yeah. Just do that the whole time. Catch it.
Find the bug. Find the bug.
Find the bug.
The but it's a curse and a blessing. For every new show, you want your look to be unique. So I mean, and
you want everyone. That's that whole. You can't have you shouldn't worry about having all the fans, right? People who are like, this sucks. It's like that. They're just not your customer.
Well, even with now, I still say Gendy, and you're saying the proper way of saying Gendy's name is Gendy.
The full name is Gennady.
Yeah.
Which and I might be saying it wrong. He might be that's totally wrong. But then most people just say Gendy, and then he writes it as Gendy. But the full name is Gennady.
Okay, but so I'll still say Gendy because that's what I usually have heard in some interviews when people are talking about him.
When we meet him, we'll ask.
But Gendy's stuff, I mean, obviously Primal and Samurai Jack and the Clone Wars,
oh my God,
the 3D ones with Adam Sandler, Hotel Transylvania.
Oh my god, I love Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah.
He did that too?
He saved the show because Sony was struggling with trying to get that to work. And so Gendy's big thing with that one was Gendy has when Gendy goes fully off, like a lot of his earlier work. Well, what I mean is that the line of action, the exaggeration of a body movement is, in his world, he will lean into that design big time, where a character is like almost like a rubber band.
Okay, there we go.
And moving forward, and it's very
Bob's arm will never stretch beyond his natural build in Bob's Burgers.
So one of Gendy's big saviors because that Hotel Transylvania was struggling for years, went through different directors, different writing teams and whatnot, he purposefully would draw 2D. I think he drew 2D animation, basically told the 3D animators, you need to match that style. And it's much tougher to do that stylized animation than just build a rig, whether you're building it in 2D in Toon Boom or you're building it in 3D in Maya or trying to think what the mainstay 3D software is these days. Because I'm a Blender person, but I'm not sure what the houses are using these days if they're doing 3D animation. I'm sure Pixar is still
all right,
proprietary.
I'm on a ramble hole.
Ramble hole.
Ramble hole.
But just the idea that the stylization, every show wants to look different. Every show wants to look inviting. Every show, but BoJack Horseman obviously looks nothing like Simpsons, and they look nothing like Unicorn Eternal. They look nothing like Craig of the Creek. So, and you're trying to create characters that still are human, that you still can be emotional with and let blend into the story. But but Big Mouth, I think, they came up with something. They probably went, oh, it looks so nasty and cool at the same time. But episode after episode after episode, you start going, bleh. All right, we are in the last half hour.
Rambles, last half hour. Okay, so let's see. What have we not done yet?
I'm going to get some coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Melonberry says I keep getting kicked out of the screen. That ain't us. We're not kicking you out. Not yet. Hey, Begula. Hello. Thank you for joining. Anyone who is still here in the live stream, where are you at in the world? We'd love to know. Not because we're trying to track you. We're just curious to see where all of our fans are at. We've had people from Germany, from Scotland, from Alabama, from all over. We're in Los Angeles. Also, there's two different questions, actually. The one question is, which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character are you the most like? But then the other one is, if you could be any character from SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers, which one would you want to be? And that's different, I think, because, if I could be any character, any character in Bob's Burgers, I don't know, Marshmallow's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we have not worked out a way yet for Marshmallow to work in, but the exclusion of her would just be so we gotta find a way.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Marshmallow is a goddess.
Yeah, the great news is this. We're gonna try and sneak in as many cameos and one-liners and walk-ons and stuff like that as we can, because obviously we would never get this episode done if we kept adding and adding and adding. That being said, the popularity of this has been so off the charts that we're still playing with just so far. If we do a second episode, at the very least, we don't have a main structure yet, but we do have hey, if this doesn't fit in, we've got to have a moment like this or a thing like that.
Oh, we're talking. Go ahead. Okay, so Melonberry. So Clover, you're in America. Clover, hang in there. We're in America too. We feel ya. It's an interesting time, but we're not here for that today. We're here for the cartoons. We're gonna focus on that.
Yep.
And Melonberry says that they are from Saudi Arabia, and we are not bad people. We love people from all countries.
Yeah.
We support you. And you want to know what I keep looking at? I'm looking at my iPad so that I can comment as quickly as possible to stay in touch with you guys.
Yep.
Instead of us leaning into the camera,
yeah.
And, looking that way because it's silly.
As I've said many times.
Hi, Tigresa and Brinquitos. Love it.
TikTok has not yet given us an actual streaming key.
We need our streaming key.
We need a stream key.
Give us the stream key.
So in the world of YouTube, they get a clean signal through our OBS, and they can show the monitors and us and all that stuff.
Yep.
For TikTok, it is my iPhone, my little iPhone SE, second generation, trying to look at the screen of OBS, so I can put my hand right here between. So you're looking at a screen of
a screen of a screen.
Yeah. Otherwise, because if you're doing other live stuff with TikTok, you would just aim at the people and stuff like that. But we have a screen. I'm trying to show you what we're doing on the animation right now.
It's a lot harder the more screens you need, which which we still need to figure out.
For yours?
Yeah.
For the point shoot party.
Point shoot party. Today at 2 p.m. on YouTube on the Ballerina Badass channel, I will be sewing a new pair of point shoes. If you have any interest in point shoe lore,
point shoe lore,
come join me. 2 p.m. Pacific time.
In 1905.
Well, they did.
The point shoe decided.
Wait a minute.
Hey, let's take the blade out of it.
Oh, now you're feeling sassy, huh? Take the blade out of it.
That's how they would stay up on their toes. Is that you'd launch it into the wood.
Point shoes started as flat shoes, and they kept trying to get higher and higher. The original dancers, the OG dancers of the 1800s, they did not have any support in their shoes. They were just dancing on their literal toes. Now there's a whole science behind it. It's crazy.
And in the early days, women weren't allowed on the stage, so eunuchs, eunuchs would have to be tucked and...
Listen, ballerinas are the OG hookers. Let's just put it that way. That's what they are.
Wow.
If you read, okay, we're getting into it now.
Uh-oh, we have derailed.
Okay. Check this out, people. All you guys who are like, oh, we just love the little dancer. It's just so romantic. And don't we just love this artist? Who's the famous?
Degas.
Everyone loves Degas.
Everyone like Degas.
Yeah, well, there's studies that show Degas was a creepy old dude who was sniffing up on the little girls. This is a 12-year-old girl. And back in the day, dancers were in the opera, the dancers, they were always hoping to get a sponsor. And by sponsor, that means rich old man who's going to either keep him on the side as a concubine or whatever. Ballerinas were essentially the original escorts, okay? So, anyways, I need to do a whole video on it. We'll do that later. Yeah, Clover's like, ballet goes hard. It's so true. Oh, Clover already, right? Like, now I look at videos of these little ballerina dancers doing their little things, and I'm like, you guys look like I feel like they're like the dancing bears in Russia who were forced to, balance on little balls, and you're like, oh my god, set the bear free. Set these little girls free. Get them out of these little tutus and point shoes. Teach them Krav Maga, and, give them some ability to live their own lives and not just be good little girls. But you know what? Once upon a time, I wanted to be a ballerina, and I did it. And so we're rambling now. Melon Berry says somebody needs to tell me when these guys go streaming again. Check it out, Melon Berry. We're here every Sunday.
Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Pacific time to noon. So we do it for 2 hours.
10 Pacific time.
We got our sales 23 more.
23 minutes?
Yep, 23 minutes. And I've been told that I am rather slow, my old Midwestern style of saying goodbye when we're supposed to be saying goodbye.
I wonder who told you that.
Somebody.
Somebody who loves you.
So I gotta get better at what we're...
You don't gotta. You be you. You know what? My apologies. It's like he'll be like, so, goodbye. Oh, but that reminds me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting over here. I'm like, you know what? So you take as long as you need on your goodbye. I'm going to walk away.
Oops, I have a tangent.
That's how we do it.
I have a tangent here. I got to get rid of this.
What's a tangent?
So a tangent in animation, amongst the many, many things of the higher craftsmanship, this person isn't really watching. A tangent.
Get on with it.
Anytime we have a line that blends into another line like this, and that's a no-no.
That's a no-no?
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Nope. It's better. It's in
Oh.
clean. It's better to not have like hairlines and shoulder lines.
Oh, they all have to be separated.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, they're called tangents,
Wow.
and they'll show up all, especially because there's a lot of reasons for.
There should be like a Blade Runner thing where you're trying to get rid of all the tangents, but the tangents want to live. They want to live. They have feelings too.
I've seen things.
Yes. I've seen something off the coast of something. What is it? I've seen sea beams. I've watched
sea
He says
beams.
sea beams. Doesn't he say sea beams?
No, he does not say sea beams. It's like I've. Oh Lord!
Now I gotta find it.
Yeah, right. Like Rutger Hauer's.
All we know is all these moments will be lost in time, like teardrops in rain, like tears in rain.
Yes, bingo.
I want that on my fucking
Tombstone.
tombstone. All these moments will be lost, like tears in rain. Oh my God. Which, if you guys don't know, apparently the legend goes when they were doing the initial table read for Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, Rutger Hauer just launched into this improvised monologue, and everyone was like shook, and they kept it in the movie. Like, they put it into the script. I just was like, oh my God, I love it. I think it's one of my all-time favorite moments. All-time favorite movie moments. Clover by Clover, thank you for being here. We'll see you hopefully next week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for being in. Oh my God, Levy says I know tangents from math only, weirdly enough. Yes.
Yep.
Math.
Yep. I think it's one of the reasons why they call it a tangent.
Yep.
Is the way in geometry it can be thought of in the same realm as.
I'm not going to look up the rest of the monologue right now.
Okay.
Onward.
Well, we've
Next
got.
thing. Coffee is the next thing.
All right. Now the next thing for me is the.
Hey, Shutoko. Did I say it right? I hope so. I hope so, Shutoko. I hope I said it right, 'cause I like to say names and handles correctly. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Odette. Wow. Hey, your fave. Hey. Where's everybody at? Where are you guys from? Thank you for joining the live stream as we continue to work on the inaugural episode, well, maybe the only episode, of this Fanimation mashup of SpongeBob and Bob's Burgers. SpongeBob's Burgers. If you would like to see the opening sequence and get a sample of all the characters that are being mashed together, pop over to his profile page. You can see that one of our videos has gotten over 1 million views. We're really grateful for that. And you can see kind of the opening sequence with all the characters
We got
in it.
Yep. Or at least all the family characters.
Yeah, all the family characters.
Plus Le Bon's.
Yeah. Yep, Le Bon's.
And for a brief second, Jimmy Pesto, because you see him for a millisecond. It's a literal blink and you miss it moment. And then Jimmy Jr.'s in there for a millisecond.
Jimmy Jr. Jimmy Jr.
But we also have a Plankton tease in there. We got a whole bunch of character reveals. We got stuff. There's stuff. Today it's Gary Louise and getting the mouth. Louise. So now, all right. We have as far as the sketch part of it, we do have our smiles.
Don't be sketchy.
We have our A, our E, our DTS, our LN, and now our FV.
That's the FV. Okay, do it again. What is it? So this is.
Yeah.
Okay, then what's the next one?
Well, the next one I need to move on to do the
go
O
back.
and Oo.
Let's see the others. Wait. So sound them out.
So A, E, D, T, S. When you bring your tongue into the back of your L, N, la, and then F, V, V.
She looks like she's doing that naughty overbite. Like,
Well, a lot. Well, in SpongeBob and same with
overbite.
Same with let's see. Do we have?
Oh, Leap Meep has a question. Do you use anticipation in your movements?
Eventually, yes. Right now, it is. It's the.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm trying. The idea is that being a one-man band, the difficult. Are you drawing for the drawing part?
Yes.
Yes.
I've offered to help color things in. I'm like, I can color things in. Nope.
The unfortunate issue is that there's all the degrees of making the animation better and better and better. How many in betweens? How much anticipation? How much overshoot? How much all of that? But every one of those extra details will involve a little bit more work, a little more finessing, a little bit more cleaning, and you could find yourself nailing the absolute most perfect 5 seconds, but you got 11 minutes to fill up. So right now,
Keep going.
yeah. So right now it's the okay. If suddenly we are up against it and there's only 2 weeks left, can it all be done and be consistent from beginning to end so that you don't end up with a scene that looks beautiful and then by the end of it the scenes are like, hi,
So you think it's better to be consistent throughout the whole piece rather than really good and then.
It's
I would agree with
I'm doing it like a pyramid right now where I know, for example, if I invest the time to just make the rigs and get them fully built out to a reasonable degree. If I know that Louise, for the most part, is going to be only facing this way, and this way, and I work in all the mouth shapes, and I make sure the ears are built in a modular way that they can, fan and move, so that when she moves her head forward, that it won't take a whole lot for the ears to drag behind with leading action and then fall into place afterwards, or other things. What I spent a little bit of time yesterday working on, because one of the big things is I'm trying to avoid real blocky animation, so that if Bob's arm goes from here to here to here, I don't like the tweens that Flash / animate does, where it's, even with easy and stuff like that, you get these kind of like weird like da 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 da. It just moves in a way that just doesn't feel animating well enough. But
That's interesting.
The various solutions of how to contend with that, or if the arm is fully extending. Squidward's tentacles, Gary and Mr. Krabs' eye stalks, they will sometimes bend like, they won't bend at angles. They will kind of like go out more in a tentacle-like shape. Ooh. So what I spent time doing yesterday with Animate, and once again, you find yourself getting stuck on forums trying to figure out why something that worked in the last version of Animate suddenly broke or doesn't work properly. So something as simple as...
Animate is the program you're working in?
Yeah, so it's Adobe Animate, which I like the fact that they use that name, but when you try and do a Google search for a program that uses a word that is also animate. So like, how do I animate in Animate? How do I animate blank in Animate? And then Google sometimes goes... Wait, what is this?
Do you use the quotation marks?
But the quotation, you're still quoting animate. So it says...
Sorry, I'm just trying to
I know.
your problem.
But
Why'd you call Adobe?
Yeah, and I
Come
don't want to find
You're Tom Sorensen.
Oh, yeah. Do you know who I am? So here's the goofball problem. Animate has been trying to deal with rigging issues. They've been trying to deal with bones, parenting. They've been trying and
hold on a second. Melonberry, yes, go to sleep. Thank you for creeping on your son's account. I'm sure your son will appreciate that. But
is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Give hugs to Saudi Arabia from us. I have not been there yet, but we just love that you were here for the
yeah, whatever crazy time it is over there right now.
Yeah.
It's probably at least 10 hours ahead.
Is it 10 hours ahead? Yeah, what time is it over there?
It's a guess. Well, 8 hours ahead for London.
Yeah.
9 hours for Paris, so at least 10, if not like closer to 12.
Yeah, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Thanks for being here.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. But moving on, you were saying...
Oh, what was I saying? And so something as simple as, can I use these bones? Because they even with the most recent version, they showed, I kid you not, an octopus animation and the 8 tentacles and being able to just draw it once and have the bones move it in smooth animation. And you're like, okay, maybe this will work. But you need to put everything aside because you don't want to accidentally break the file that you've been spending hours on. So, because I did have a crash. I had one of my first crashes out of the blue working on something. I know.
Wait, so how often do you save?
Oh, I save often. And I've got autosave and stuff. Well, every 15 minutes.
Okay, so Animators, working on Adobe Animate. The recommendation here from Mr. Tom.
Oh, it's not a recommendation. It's just, because if you're doing a lot of work really fast, and it's just something you get comfortable with. You can do autosave, and there's recovery files and yada yada.
It's like Jack Black saying, always record.
Always be recording.
Always be recording, always be saving. Yep.
All right, so but I just wanted to work on on Gary's eye stalks, if I wanted them to arc out, do I need to draw them, or can I actually bend them from a straight shape into a C shape or something like that? And the moment I put in the bones, it went from sharp lines to blurry. And I'm like, wait, what did I do wrong? Why does this look like fuzzy blurry? And I had to spend a half an hour going through Adobe sites and other forum sites to find out that it was a feature, not a bug. But if you go into the preferences and look up this and go into the drawing section, and you'll find a part where it says, hey, do you want the ultra helpful part where we will rasterize the art to help with tweening and acid warps? And it's like, no. And
Rasterize.
Yeah, so it made it into like fuzzy JPEG.
Got to rasterize.
Got to rasterize. So
That was bad.
yeah, and that was something for as simple as I just want to use this new feature, and
No feature for you.
okay, so that is a million miles down the road from am I using anticipation? I hope to be using it, but right now
Anticipation.
nice. But the concept is like getting it roughed in, getting it working good, and then trying to do all the finessing extra touches of animation if there's still time. Or at the very least, pick and choose your moments. There's a couple of moments where I want Bob to be very angry. There's a couple moments where I just decided that it looks best to have him completely flat on the counter and get up and peel himself off a little bit. You can't do that with a regular rig. I'm going to have to draw him, bending up like that to make his point, and he'll stay there. Yep. So it's those kind of things that every single thing you add to it, you have to weigh the how long will it take you to do that extra bit of exaggeration or whatever it is.
I'm getting sleepy.
You're getting sleepy? Well, then good thing we're in our last 10 minutes.
Oh, yay!
And we will do a hard out at noon. We will not drag this an extra 5 to 10 minutes. That way she can fall down and get ready for her point shoe party. What?
Don't ask. I just
Well, do you need to get off social media to?
Maybe.
Your fans are
I'm just
here.
peeking
There
to
might be new people coming in.
I'm looking, and they're all doing fine. All 2 of them.
Yeah.
So just calmate.
Comite?
Calmate.
What's calamite?
Calm down. I'm checking to see if other people are there.
K?
Calmate. It's like it's a command. So te is you. Calma. Calm. Calmate. Calm down.
Es español.
Yes. Now, I'm sure if anyone here online is speaking Spanish, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember that. Calmate.
Okay. ¿Cuándo?
Ahora.
Ah.
When to calm down? Now. I know you've got a few choice words for me.
Yeah.
¿Qué quiere decir? Dime, por favor. ¿Qué? Estoy aquí. Vámonos. ¿Qué pasa?
Bien. Bien, ¿y tú?
Nothing better than watching a couple of white people practicing their Spanish on a cartoon live stream.
Exactly.
Yay!
I look I'm up to a well I'm not quite I'm almost to a 700-day streak on
That's right, on Spanish.
con Duolingo.
Yeah, anybody here use Duolingo? We love
and mi
that.
telefono.
Yep. Gleep Beep says enough coffee and all-nighters can do wonders, but it's also pretty much doing a sacrificial ritual for your sleep. Yes.
Yes.
So true.
Yes. Actually, I think I've got.
Oh, do your that yes again. I love that.
Yes. No. I gotta.
Come on, Jimmy.
I gotta put. I'm not going to. I'm not your dancing monkey.
Now do the fun song.
I'm not doing the fun song.
Do the fun song.
I'm not doing the fun song. Oh, good God.
F is for fires that burn.
The whole. Was it burn down the whole town? Is it burn down the whole town?
F is for fires that burn. Yeah, it's not down the whole town. U is for uranium.
Bombs. And is for no survivors when you.
No. I love that.
And now,
see,
switching
now.
gears from his lower thing here to his name rap here. It's like
Now do the happy fun song.
What?
Do SpongeBob's version.
Do SpongeBob's version of it? F is for friends who do stuff together. Is that the F? God.
Yeah.
I've been talking for 2 hours
Yeah,
straight,
you
so
have.
I'm already like pushed it beyond.
For the
Like,
4 people, we
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's 75% of the way
How would
there.
Patrick do it? F is for food that I like to eat. U is for you can't have any. N is for now I'm gonna go take a nap.
N is for now I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna swap this. I am not happy with this line. Oh,
Where's my coffee? I had some in here.
X. I'm going to have this actually be the O.
I Trev the Dev. I can't say that handle quite, but it looks neat.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Alright, we're down to
We're down to
5
minutes.
and 2 lone survivors. We appreciate it.
Yep. We've been working on Gary and ripping up our voices and doing stuff.
It's Gary. It's Gary. You're Gary. So Gary. Glary. Gluise.
Gluise.
Glawawa.
Glawawa. Well.
Look, 5 minutes. Flirp, flirpy, derp, burp, burp, beep, beep.
All right. So we'll at least finish out one of the mouth shapes.
Hey, Dessa. We're just finishing up our live stream for today. We'll be back next Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Let's see where we got.
So if y'all haven't signed up yet or subscribed, be sure to give us a like, give us a follow. You can go to Movie Boy's profile page to see all the different mashed up characters of SpongeBob and Bob's Burgers. And we'll have updates there. We do this live stream every single Sunday from 10 to 12 Pacific time. And we're going to premiere the full episode on September 3rd because 9 is divisible by 3.
Yep.
And it will be premiering on YouTube, but we will be releasing different lovely goodies here on TikTok as well. And the question of the day was, which SpongeBob or Bob's Burgers character do you think you are most like? And also, where are you from? So it's kind of a two-parter. But that's it. Dessa says, I'm so excited to watch this. Hey, Dessa! Hey! Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me.
Len.
Everyone's thanking. The whole world's thanking you. Thanking us for thanking you.
Kill the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum, bum.
Well, I will say that despite a lot of talking and coffee and lots of diverging,
Coughing.
it's like if you want us to diverge and go off on tangents,
You
whatever
mean
it is,
like neurodiverge?
like neurodiverge.
Yeah, which is my life.
But
Hooray!
the
Hey,
good
Drizzle.
news, the good news is that we actually did get, at least on the sketch layer, some good work done. So.
Yeah.
So, eventually when you see Louise talking, you'll be able to go, I remember when they were sitting here putting together all that mouth stuff to begin with. But we've got a full set of when that's the voice. Yep. Yeah, eventually we'll when this is all fully colored in and all the lines and all the fences is there, the idea is that then you will obviously have to line this up with the script. So we've got to... You
mean you will obviously...
I will have to line... Well, but first, we will have to go in the booth, which is back there, and we will have to record the final lines.
Lovers.
That's what we're doing.
Secret voiceover.
So...
That's what we do.
Yep.
Trying hard to make it sound real good. Cause you gotta work the voice, and
the funny thing is would be to make her, because I know she's doing a final adrenaline push, but now we go an extra half an hour and watch her just crash.
Hey! You hush.
Me hush.
Now.
But the idea is that we'll color this
Corbin's
in.
here. Hey Corbin,
Hey,
what's
Corbin.
up? Thanks for coming back. Good to see you.
Yeah, we will do all the layers. We will get it all colored in, and then
Corbin,
eventually when we'll be after we've got the script and we have the actual final audio vocal tracks.
Final.
Then I would have to rebuild this rig. Because right now, from frame to frame to frame, it's just these different ones. But I then need to rebuild it with layers so that I can pick and choose which of those mouth shapes, as Louise is saying something that goes from a thing to an O, whatever it is.
That sounds horrible.
It sounds horrible. But this is
You gotta hurry up, man.
I know this is. But then you can get the mouth shapes, the right mouth shape at the right mouth time. But here's the other deal: if it turns out you're looking at it and you're going, I did something wrong. The teeth are wrong. The tongue, there's a line that shows up.
Yeah, cut to another character.
You go back. Yeah, you cut. You go back into your original rig, and you make that change. Yep. You make that change, and then it propagates back to all the time. So you don't have to go back to every time Gary Louise says S. You don't have to be like, well, I have to redo every time that frame goes. No. You go back. That's part of having a method to your madness. Is in Photoshop terms, it's called non-destructive art. So you can go back in.
Non-destructive art.
So if you need to go back, you didn't mess yourself up, and you have to do it all over again. All right, we are in our last 30 seconds. Gotta go. Lynn, you're on. I'm right out here. You don't have to say.
What?
You have to say goodbye.
I'm nervous. I can't. I gotta work on that. Nervous. It's not nervous. It's not noivous. It's more like park the car. I get nervous. No, yeah, so I got a lot to work on. Although we're not doing Linda's voice, we're doing Sandy Squirrel's voice. But still, if you're working on voiceover, let me tell you, work on Linda. Try and emulate, because that actor, Roberts, now I can't remember his name because, oh my God, I'm on the spot, and that's what happens to me when I'm on the spot. My brain goes, John Roberts, maybe.
No, it's not John Roberts. That's the Supreme Court Chief Justice.
Sorry. Whoops. Anyways, yeah. Linda's voice is incredible and incredibly challenging because there's so many different modulations and things. It's incredible. I mean, if you're like, you go from Linda going, she's like, she gets very like this, and then she gets very Marilyn Monroe, and then sometimes she's singing, and then he'll sing other songs like BM in the PM, she does a BM in the PM, not number one, number two. Na for me and you, girl. She does a BM in the PM. Anyways, practice Linda. Excellent work for your voice to get better. There you go. That's my plug. Okay.
Yep.
What else we got?
That's it, because we've gone over.
Who's the better singer out of y'all two, says Corbin.
Her.
Well, better. Here's the thing. When you say better... Tom loves to sing, and Tom enjoys singing. He doesn't do it as often as I do. I do it a lot, and I've been doing it a lot for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I think...
Well, you've got a better natural voice. Mine is, I come from a background in musical theater and choir back in high school, so I know that
if you're doing voiceover character voices... I think he can do a lot more voices than I can. I don't know,
there's the extra layer of can you match the voice and sing, and you can even hear it with some of the voice actors that when they shift into singing mode, they start to shift back to a kind of a natural, safer space for them. It's difficult to make, especially if it's an exaggerated voice. It's difficult to get it to sing.
Like I can do Michael McDonald, and I can do so. I would say I'm the better singer, but I don't like saying that because I feel embarrassed and guilty.
My biggest weakness is that over the years I've suffered from the same thing of just age, where my vocal range doesn't go as high as it used to naturally go, and it breaks my heart to not be able to hit notes. There's a lot of the music that I grew up.
Fears. Yeah, that's the one. Like. Everybody. So he can do all that, but then when they go up higher, then he sometimes. Yeah. But if you practiced every day,
that's the point. That's
the thing.
That's the point. From a natural get-go, I think you've got more. Well, yeah, but that is part of it. Is that I can't just like kick into gear and do anything even like I used to back in my theater days.
You should always warm up in general.
That too.
Like anything else, the voice is a muscle, and if you just try to wallop into something that's out of your regular range. You will feel it later, and you want to take care of those vocals.
But one of the good things about these live streams is that when you're animating, you're just quietly drawing all day. You don't talk anywhere near as often,
Right.
near as much.
Yeah.
But doing these live streams and talking to you guys and the fans for 2 hours, the first couple of times, if you jump from the beginning of the thing to the end,
You couldn't talk after that first day.
yeah, and I can still feel it right here, but it's improving, which is going to be helpful on the mornings because we don't have a soundproof booth. Those are very expensive to build, and we're just renting this house.
But it is at professional level quality. We've done a lot of research, and it is right up there with everything below. If you're actually in a multi-million-dollar Disney thing, but everything else is not about being soundproof. It's about dampening and
it's about deadening the space.
Yeah.
So we actually found a guy who hand builds acoustic panels.
Yeah.
And that is the main basis for sucking right around the microphone, sucking out the sound and the reflex.
It's 12:04.
It is.
I gotta go.
We gotta go.
I'm gonna go. You can stay on and talk more if you
No.
want.
No. We're gonna say goodbye.
Thank you for being here.
We're gonna be here
Thank you
next
for loving
week.
me.
Same bad time, same bad channel. One of the things we do is we'll set up the next stream as soon as. So if you want to be reminded, give us like 10-15 minutes, and the new one will be there.
Yep.
We loves you. So first, bye to the lovely
Gotta
YouTube
go.
people. Gotta go. So we're gonna hit the stop streaming.
Yep.
And it'll go. Hey, it's gonna end. Are you
Thanks
sure?
for being here, Beef Squatch.
Yes.